Okay, so we're going to get right to it today. Toxic people. A topic I was waiting for because I have had some toxic people in my life. And they are going to remain nameless because they are no longer there in my life. But they have greatly affected my OCD symptoms and my anxiety when they were in my life. How did they do that? Well, I let them in my space, right? Here is my space. You have your space. We all have our space. And this space is ours to protect, right? We can control what comes in and out of that space. So when you let toxic people in, oh brother, be prepared for your anxiety levels to go up and for your OCD symptoms to get worse. I know firsthand. And I let them in my space anyway. I saw them coming a mile away, and I still took forever to remove them out of my space. So we as OCD and anxiety sufferers, you know that, especially with OCD, someone can say something negative, right? And it gets stuck here. And now your thought has become our thought. Not because we want it, but because we have OCD, and that's how our brain works. We hold on to that stuff. And you might have been feeling great and good and wonderful about life and the world, and then that person comes in and it's just downhill from there, right? And now that thought, those horrible negative thoughts that they thought that they keep bringing to you are stuck. And now you're waking up, you don't feel good, you're trying to figure out why every day you feel awful. It's because you need to really take a look at what you have let into your space. And in addition to trying to be well, this is so important. The people you have around you, the people you talk to, the people you let come into your sacred personal space is going to be so pivotal in whether you are able to maintain a great level of wellness or not. So let me tell you, I had a couple friends, who are not my friends anymore, and they will remain nameless. They were each affecting me in a toxic way. First person was very negative all the time. And she was always going on and on about negative things, just never had an outlook on life that was good at all. She had some good redeeming qualities. So that's what kept me continuing to interact with her. But there was a point where I thought, this is not good for me, because every time I would talk to her, I would have a spiral downward. And my symptoms, my anxiety would be so bad. And I would think, this is probably a person that is not good for me. So if you get that feeling, I'm going to tell you, head for the hills. Run. Eventually, that relationship dissolved because of a big blow up, her being negative and me just confronting her head on. And after that, no more friendship. When a person has become so toxic that they are causing you pain, strife in your life, let them go. And I say that through a smile, because it can be painful to let somebody go, but you got to save yourself. Second friend that I had, not dependable at all, but that independability was affecting my anxiety as well. And then to deal with somebody who is not dependable, who does not keep their word, who says, I'm going to do this, but then does something completely different, who says, I'll be there on Friday, and then you don't hear from them until 2 weeks later. That right there can be enough to send your anxiety sky high. It's not good. And this is what I let in my space. So I am to blame. And if you have somebody in your space and you have not removed them, you cannot blame them, because you have the power. You have the ability to get away. You can only give them so many chances. If it's affecting you negatively, you have got to take a look at it And I'm not one to say cut people off just all willy-nilly. But you have got to take some time to assess the situation, take inventory, decide what this person brings and what they don't bring. Decide if the toxicity of it all, if that's even a word, is so bad that it is affecting you to the extremes that you are having a problem functioning like daily because you're constantly thinking about the negative things they do or say. You must assess and release yourself. You are the most important person, and your wellness. I had to learn that everybody wants something from you at some particular point in time. If you can provide it, do so. But if you get to a point where you feel like you are compromised, you take your space back. You all make sure you subscribe and like. If you have some toxic stories about toxic people, share them with us in the comments. I would love to hear them. And also, if you want to give some tips about how to get those toxic people out, do provide those too. I'm so proud that you all have joined this community. All of you have joined so far. And for those of you who have not joined yet, I'm coming for you. See you next time, everybody.